Looking at how we can track what site equipment is on what van. If I go to the material equipment schedule, we can see a listing of all the items that we have here. In step ladders, we've got a cordless circular saw, various vans, etc. Two ways of seeing what's on a specific van. I can type in the registration number of the van. So if I was to put PF14 and the @ symbol, the system will then reduce that listing to show all the items that are being booked out to that specific van. And if I double click on the item, we can see that when it was issued to the van, and we've also got the history of that item as well, and when it's due for its next service or pack testing. The other way to look for equipment on a van, if I just bring that list back to everything on there, is to select by category to say, show me all the vans, and then double click on a specific van. So if I double click on the Ford Transit, we can see that we've got the circular saw and the step ladder on that van. If I double click on the Luton van, we can see that we've got nothing on there as yet. So if I go back to the listing of all items, so even though the vans are in effect their own material or equipment, they can still take on board other items from this listing. So to add some of these items onto, say, the Luton van, we go to issue items to site or van. We have to then scan a contact, so the driver of the van or the site fixer. So we just scan Mark Smith there, and then we need to scan the van that they're going on to. So it's the Ford Transit. No, actually, it's not the Ford Transit we want to go on to, it is the Luton van. So we'll change that to the Luton van. And then the items that we're going to scan. So it's going to be the step ladders, and we'll put on a circular saw. And then we issue the items to the contractor or van, confirm that we want to do that. I'm not going to print a schedule out. Then go back to the dashboard. It lists the items there that we've booked. If I go to list all items, you'll then see these items that we've just added there. So if I again reduce that list just to show the vans, and now double click on the Luton van, you can see that we've got those items added onto there. Again, go back to those items, and if we actually look at the individual item, we can again confirm that it's been booked to that item. So when they come back off the van, if they're no longer required or they're coming back into the workshop for testing, we simply say items returned from the site or van, and then scan the relevant items. So again, we'll scan the step ladders off the van, and we'll scan the circular saw off the van, say that the items are returned, confirm that's the case. And now if I go back to the listing, you can see now that they're available. If I show a list all items, you can see there they're showing as available. Reduce our listing to the vans, and now double click on the Luton van. You can see the items are no longer recorded as being out on that van. And that's all there is to keeping track of all your site equipment in the various vans.